Welcome, everyone, to Crawfordsville High School on Friday night for the varsity football game between the Crawfordsville Athenians and the Danville Warriors. We are just minutes away from game time. Danville is just taking the field. The Athenians are staging, getting ready to enter. We have a nice crowd on this hot September night. Here come the Athenians.
Hey, Kent, this is Rhett Welver. As we look towards this game, little review on Danville and Crawfordsville. Danville opened up the season with 2 losses to 2 larger schools in Franklin High School and Mooresville, both 4A schools. In fact, Mooresville is ranked 2nd in 4A, and Danville played a really close game with Mooresville, losing 28-21.
Wow.
Then last week, Danville opened conference play with Lebanon, who Lebanon also opened up with 2 4A schools and 2 losses. But that game was interesting in that Danville held a 14-0 halftime lead, came out and scored again in the second half to make it 21-0. And then Lebanon came charging back, make it 21-14, and still had 2 chances to tie the game late in the fourth quarter, but they were unable to do that. Danville is led by their quarterback, Caleb Stevens, a junior. In fact, their offense is pretty balanced. Yardage-wise, they're about 500 apiece in the air and on the ground. The leading receiver is Luke Wooten, number 23, a junior also. And then they have a couple other receivers in Trevor Gerald, number 8, and Tyler Dostin, number 2. Their ground game is led by senior Chandler Schubert. He's about 381 yards in 3 games. So, as I look at it, that's what Danville's going to attack. Oh, well, Weebo could do pretty much whatever they wanted last week against us. But Danville's going to come out and they're going to try to run the ball on us and control the line of scrimmage. And our numbers are not great, especially our starters, our frontline guys. And they're going to, with the heat and so on, they're going to try to wear us down. On the turn side, as we look at ourselves, we have to find a way to get first downs and just move the ball. And it doesn't matter how, running, passing, whatever's available. If we can find what the defense will give us, then we need to look to that and try to exploit that. Defensively, it's going to be tough. I do know we have extra player this week that just became eligible. Hopefully he can help us. Austin Warren came out late, hasn't played since 8th grade year, but he's a strong kid.
Big, strong.
Yep.
Good athlete.
Yes, and if he can help us there defensively, and of course they haven't seen him. Here's the other thing: turnovers.
Right. That's turnovers and penalties.
Yeah. We need to limit those, and if we can somehow take advantage of some Danville turnovers, then all the more power to us. Later on tonight, hopefully Mr. Brian Saunders will be here, and he'll take my headset because I'm going to be doing double duty. And forgive me if I lose the ball once in a while. As we are looking into the sun as usual here, so sometimes it's really hard for me to follow the ball when I'm running the camera.
I'll do my best to pick you up on spotting and to chime in without Brian, but it's the Athenians are kicking off to the north end zone from the south, from their 40. They're lined up, and the referees are getting ready to get us underway here.
Matthew Braybeck is deep, as well as number 12. Oh, we have a short kick there. Out of bounds at the 31, it looks like.
That was not a bad kick. keep them honest. Start out at 31. Let's see what our defense can do. When we're just visually, comparing the teams, we have a lot of. We've got some players with some size. Danville is they're to look there. They have size. We'll see how they play, but their line looks more like a small college line than a high school. Stevens under center takes a pass to the flats. It's a quick hit, play action to the right side. But we had Athenians in the right position.
No, that was okay for first play of the game. You definitely don't want something to go long. We kept the players in front of us.
Right. Looks like they're running a shotgun.
They're running
We're
no huddle.
No huddle.
Quarterback keeps it, and he's got a first down.
That looked like number 14. Was that Cale Payne?
Yes, it was.
6 foot, 175 pound sophomore.
Yeah. He has been getting some quarterback action along with Stevens. So maybe they're running, one guy maybe is more of a passing threat, where the other guy's more of a running threat. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the stats that close.
Right, that's 14 again.
Pass.
Right through the hands of number 13, Noah Wells. Pretty well thrown ball, just a quick hit route again that we.
That's player control.
Right.
They're not looking for the big play right now. They just want to move the chains.
Right, they're in trips again. Trips left. Well, that's.
We got to bring the guy down on first contact.
Yeah, that was a read. We had that defended. We've got to wrap and take that guy down.
Yep. And that's one thing I've noticed at all levels here at Crawfordsville. And there's other schools that, I thought we were okay there. I did not think we went across the neutral zone, but they got us for offside. We will run to contact instead of running through contact. And, to be a good defensive tackling team, you make contact. Those legs are still driving when you make contact instead of, it's just like so many times we get to contact and our legs are done and we can't finish the tackle that way.
Right. I will say I think there's been significant improvement this year on we have guys that are they're in better position, they're in better tackling position.
I absolutely agree. Our pursuit is much better.
Our pursuit's better, and our team pursuit is better.
Yes.
If they they just have to follow through, and again, that's a fundamental that I think Coach Slicker and the coaching staff is moving in the right direction.
Well aware of, too.
I think there's been an epidemic of arm tackling the last few years, and that's just that's something that takes time to right some old bad habits. Deep ball, 33. Touchdown.
5'9", 183-pound junior.
Luke Wooten on the reception.
Yeah, that's
he had the leading receiver for the Warriors.
It was a good ball, good catch. We had the defender in the right position.
Actually, Luke's dad is an old Turkey Run Warrior.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Well, the Danville gets on the board early. That was about a 30 or 40-yard pass. Kick is good.
There's something. And that was a deep ball down the middle, which really had quite a bit of air underneath it. I'm a little disappointed in that we didn't at least be able to knock it down.
I think Coach Jared was getting after a secondary right there. We had deep penetration right there, and one of our guys almost looked surprised to be in the position he was in. So, well,
here we go. We're getting ready to go on offense. And again, we got to find some way to just get first downs and move the ball.
We've got senior Carson Scott back, who's a speed demon.
And I think that's Fields.
And looks like Fields.
Or is that McHale?
That's McHale.
That is McHale.
Yeah, 86.
McHale Willis, a freshman. Folks, right now his speed is up to varsity level. But if it was just a freshman team out there, his speed would be, he'd be the fastest guy on the field. No question.
He has the potential to be a really special player.
Yeah.
Looks like Scott's going to field the ball. Athenians are lining up to block it.
Oh, good cut.
Yeah,
good cut.
Nice run back. From about the 5 back out to the 30. It was a really nice run back. It was well blocked. So let's see what the Athenians can do and get some momentum on offense here.
I'll be interested to see what we do here on our play calling the first series.
I had a conversation with the offensive coordinator, Dr. Riker. First of all, I mentioned I don't know how many coaching staffs in the state of Indiana have a PhD on the sidelines. But he's a great football guy, and I know he was hard at work this week putting their scheme together. That's a great opening play.
Yes. Well,
tackle.
Our offensive line stayed with their block a little bit better than what I saw the first game.
We had blockers 4 yards downfield on that, which is really nice to see. They fired out low.
Again, that's another thing that we have not done real well for a few years is our blockers staying with the block.
Right. Sustained blocks.
Instead of just coming up to contact and boom, I hit him once. No, you got to stay with him.
Right. Yeah, Noah Allen to the left. It's nice to see Noah. He got banged up in the Western Boone game, but he's back, and 2 good runs right there. We're about 4 yards, 3rd and 4.
Honestly, this is a tough spot here. You want to run the ball thinking you can get it at 3rd and 4, but that's what Danville's looking for us to do too.
Right, and they're big up front. They're running a 3-man front with. I tried the inside trap there, and I don't think it fooled the Warriors.
No. If I'm scouting this, I'm putting 9-10 guys in the box right there.
Right. Now the punt team's on. All right, we got to see if we can put them back and try to get the ball back quickly. Our punter is number 8, Jesse Horton. Has a good leg. Ball took a really good nice bounce. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
There's several flags. This must have been really obvious. But look how we just went to sleep there.
Yeah, our guys thought it was down, and he picked it up and got 20 yards.
Just can't have that.
Yeah, in our first home game, our special teams looked pretty solid.
Yes.
Last weekend, now Western Boone was exceptionally well coached and good team, but we had some real breakdowns on special teams, on punt returns especially, or defending the punt return. Personal foul called against the Warriors. Not sure, we couldn't see.
They say it called a blindside block. Just meaning that the guy that made the block came from the opposite side that the defender could not see him at all.
Right.
Which back in the old days.
that was just a tough block.
Yeah.
Interestingly here, Coach Welver, number 1, Caleb Stevens, is split wide left. And they're going with their sophomore quarterback again.
And the quarterback kept the ball around the right end.
He is fast.
See, that's where I don't know who we have on defensive end over there. Was that Hernandez? Their defensive end has to be disciplined.
Yeah, they have to stay home and take fire across in straight lines.
Yeah, that looks like Hernandez on the left defensive end over there. Yeah, he's got to come straight across and make sure no one goes outside of him.
Right, that is.
Danville here. Real quick, 7:54 to go here in the first quarter. Danville leads 7-0. That is Payne.
Up the middle.
Schubert right up the A gap. Gain of about 9. 36-yard line.
Yeah, linebackers. We got to come. We got to come.
Right.
We got to read.
Yeah, we can't wait. Our guys have to scrape and find the.
We have to attack the line of scrimmage.
You just got to plug up the holes.
Exactly.
You see a hole. Yeah, we're bringing it there. That's.
You see a hole, you fill the hole.
Right.
I mean, what's the running back looking for? He's looking for the hole, right?
Right. Yeah, and defense, if that blocker gets into you, you try to push him into the hole. So
exactly.
You can't let him push you out.
Right. Yep.
But,
you don't have to make the tackle.
No, that's right. It's a team. This is the epitome of a team sport. All right, we've got our
up the middle quarterback.
Our linebackers are getting through the line, and that's good for containment. But they're going right up the middle, right in the A and B gap. They're still going. They're going no huddle. I hope that's not putting our guys on their heels. It's a quasi huddle. They're getting the signals from the sideline, and then it's not a hurry up by any means. Their trips left, and again they've got their senior, who's been their quarterback, split wide left. Let's see if they try to use it. They're going to pass so deep.
Oh, we got to get it. Oh no, that's trouble. That is trouble.
Yep. He gets out of the pocket. We had him 10 yards.
Yeah, we did. That we got to complete the sack.
Right.
Just have to.
Yeah.
The kid is quick.
Yeah.
He's quick.
He made a nice move to get free, but our guys have to stay low and
well, we had a couple of guys on the backside there after our initial guy came through and made it in flush. We had a couple of guys just kind of standing there watching.
Yeah.
You just got to come full bore. We got a score in the premier matchup conference games tonight. Western Boone is taking a 7. That's a touchdown. Western Boone is taking a 7-0 lead over Tri-West. And that's going to tell us a little bit more of how good each one of those teams is.
Right. Well, now I'm not. My job isn't to evaluate the referees tonight, but I really thought there was a very significant missed hold right there. And earlier that play when our defensive end was looked like he was taken out of the play. If that's a hold situation, that's the referee's got to have to get control of that. I know as long as the lineman can keep his arms in, but once the defender starts to get away, he has to let go. Right. If he's not just man right up on him. But again, there's no blaming the referees for that. We were in a position to have put him down for a 10-yard loss, and he got out of pocket, and it's 14-0.
I mean, we got 11 guys out there.
Right.
They're not going to hold all 11 guys.
Right. And that was Schrader getting there, and let's see. So 50. It was either 53 Michael Leak or 58 Nathan Schrader. Looked like he had him. But let's see if the offense can get going now. Let's see. Our up backs are Fields and Andrew Martin. So deep we have Scott and Willis. Up back we have Martin and Fields. Those are 4 really fast ball players.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we have number 10 Ethan Powell up on the front. A little chip shot kick over to to Field. Fields gets to the 35, not a bad run.
Like to see him run a little bit more north-south.
Right.
He had decent field position when he caught the ball.
Right. But kicking to the up back like that, our blocking scheme is more set up for our deep guys. But Fields is a heck of a kid, and
if he gets out in the open, he's fast.
He's got another gear.
Yep.
All right, quarterback Kel McCarty is ready to go with Noah Allen in the backfield, single back. Wow, Allen he's running the ball tough. He's one thing I like to see that again I think is an improvement over just an improvement and a nice sign is that our varsity team needs to play at varsity speed, and our guys appear to be getting to their top speed pretty quickly. One thing my coaches always talked about was going as fast as you can, and
yep, it's kind of like being quick and fast at the same time.
Right. Now another good run by Allen, runs into three Warriors. Number one, Caleb Stevens came up on that tackle. He's either playing outside linebacker or safety. No, it looks like he's one. They have two. They're playing two deep, so he's one of the safeties.
Let's see if they don't sneak one of those down. Though.
Yeah. He's coming out and playing defensive back.
See.
We're 3rd and 2. This is an important third down for the Athenians. They got to keep the ball, see if we can get into Danville territory. Fumble. Like you said, Coach Welver, that is one thing we got to control. Now we got to keep the ball. He had a lane there, and he just there wasn't a clean handoff.
Well, it looks like Western Boone's still a little ticked off about their loss.
The Western game? Well,
yeah, they're up 14-0 now in Tri-West.
Well, I thought they were one of the most impressive high school teams I've seen in a long time. Their size, their speed, their strength, their depth. They had players. They had monsters on the O-line and D-line that were just playing one way.
Over the middle, open, touchdown.
983-pound junior, and the Warriors strike again.
Well,
20-0 Danville.
Coach, that was we had two defenders there. That's a play our defense has to make.
Yep.
We had good pressure on the quarterback. He was hurried. He threw a decent ball, but that ball was up there a long time.
It was up there a long time.
Yeah. And our defensive backs converge. They just have to get that. They have to play the ball on that. Well, the Athenians a little good news. They blocked the kick. 20-0 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Okay, score in from our brother and sister school of South Montgomery. South Montgomery's up 6-0 over the Frankfurt Hot Dogs. Good luck to the Mounties. Well, Coach Welver, I will say this is it's a great atmosphere we have here at our home games. We've got a nice crowd. The band is just awesome, the best they've been in years. We've got our dance team was here after having a dance clinic all week. Our boys on the field, I know they feel the love and the fans have for them, and just got to execute and start making some plays.
This is Carson Scott again.
He got to 25. That was a
One thing, Coach Slicker, in his articles in the newspaper, he just keeps reiterating, we want to get better.
Right.
We want to get better. We want to get better. And, that's right now, I know it's early in the game again, and we have a history of this. Coming out to start the games, it appears we're not ready. I don't know if that's it or what. But as each one of our games has gone on, we play better as the game goes.
Right. Fields in motion. Allen up the middle.
11-7.
Lebanon.
Scores on North Montgomery. They go up by a touchdown.
Lebanon has a great quarterback in Western Boone. Those two quarterbacks are good.
Yeah, there were so many times in that Western Boone game where it looked like that Western Boone quarterback was down and he would just pop out of the pile and make a big-time play. But, to your point, Coach, the part of getting better is being game ready, and it's confidence, and I think it will with this coaching staff it will come, and I think it's a little better over past years, but it's tough. You can't go up and get down by 3 scores in the first few minutes, and
well, the thing about that is it makes it really tough on the kids to sustain. Hey, there we go. First down. That's what we need.
Yeah. And Hernandez, great route, great read, and that was well blocked.
To sustain that energy throughout the game when you're down that much that early.
Right.
If you're in the game, then it's easy to stay energized and enthusiastic.
Right. But just like that, let's take that first down right there and that great pass play, and then let's build on it. I don't know if that was a broken play. That didn't.
Yeah. Well, if you saw, they had pretty good penetration on the backside, and we were going with that counter.
Right.
And our running back who was getting the ball kind of slowed down because he saw the defender already there.
Might have just been a massive blitz. All right, well, 2nd and 12. I'd like to see him go to the air again here. See if they can get that going. They got Twins left.
Twins to the left. Shotgun, hands the ball to Allen. 40. I'm sorry.
Wow, I was following Allen.
That was McCarty, wasn't he? He kept it.
McCarty on the keeper. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 2, but...
Well, one thing, to me, offensively, you want to keep the defense guessing.
Right.
It makes it a lot harder to play defense when you're not sure what the play is going to be.
Oh, blitz. McCarty's running for his life.
He caught the ball.
Nice
catch.
Great catch.
Andrew?
Yep. Andrew Martin. Good comeback. McCarty, that was a fantastic scramble by McCarty right there. Gets us to 4th and 5. We're at midfield. I don't know if we'll go for it. It looks like we're going to go for it.
I think maybe on that, instead of having Cale drop back so deep on that, just sprint to the side initially.
Right.
And then you get outside of that penetration by the defense.
Yeah, he's athletic enough, and
oh yeah,
just right there, he proved he can throw on the run. I'd like to see us take advantage of that.
Yep. Whistle. Too much time. Delay a game.
Shoot. I was hoping it was offsides on encroachment.
Well, as the season goes on, too, the officiating crew, the clock starts quicker.
Yeah.
I know they're not setting the clock because it's supposed to start as soon as the last play ends.
Right.
Now. But it's just the way it happens, too. Near sideline here. Ooh.
Yeah. Got it out at about the 30. Oh, 34. Oh, down to a minute to go in the first quarter. 20-0 Warriors. All right, on defense, with the Suns, we can kind of see some numbers now. In our middle linebacker, we've got Manson Simmons, we've got Peyton Busenbark. Who else? 42 is Moises Mora. I thought Mora, he fought like a champion in that Western Boone game.
I talked to Coach Slick after that, and he really likes what Moises does. Yeah. He doesn't know much about the game, but he's just really aggressive and goes after it.
Right. He was getting after it in the Western Boone game. And that's another thing. Again, I don't want to dwell on last week, but I see it as a positive. Even in a game where you're up against a really tough team, it would be easy just to fold.
Sure.
You know, I thought our guys fought and kept it together pretty well. Again, that easily could have been a basketball score. Western Boone could have had 70 or some last week.
Oops. That just about has to be on us, doesn't it?
Well.
Face mask. Oh, no? Face mask. I didn't see it, though.
I didn't either. Well, it is clearly against us. Oh, it's a 5-yard face mask.
Yeah.
What's that? Inadvertent?
Basically,
with absence,
I drug my hand across the face mask.
Absence of malice.
Yeah. It's like I didn't grab it and turn it. Grab the face mask, didn't turn the head.
Yes. Well,
if you turn the head, it's 15.
Right.
Down the sideline.
Ooh. That's interesting, Coach. The Warriors are staying with their sophomore, number 14. Right. He's a good-looking quarterback. They're not losing anything on going with him. That was a well-thrown ball. The receiver didn't look quite ready for it. That was to Crawfordsville's advantage.
Like we talked about earlier, we talked about off-air, Danville starts.
All right, we're in our 3-4 again. We got quarterback Kel McCarty at outside linebacker. We're running a blitz. Oh, right off tackle, and he's gone.
Yep.
That's Chandler Schubert, 5'9", 189-pound senior, number 6 for the Warriors.
31.5 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
That looked like a little trap play.
Yeah, well, he read it. He had it wasn't a giant hole. But he got to the hole, and I don't know if we had a blitz on, but we didn't have a lot of.
Missed that too. Okay.
That last play, McCarty had blitzed, and he had done right. He went outside in, and then he cut back to the inside, and we didn't have another.
Okay, we're going to update it.
Okay, what do you got?
North Montgomery, 11-7.
Well, North Montgomery's come back, put a score up against the Tigers. That's interesting.
One thing that's going to and has already hurt North, they don't kick extra points. And against North Putnam, first game of the year, they had 2 chances inside the 10-yard line late in the game, and neither time did they try a kick, and they turned the ball over on downs both times.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Now, I went to the North-South game last week, and North played with a tremendous amount of energy. They're a solid team.
Yeah.
Solid team.
Well, they've got they have some really good seniors. I know.
Well,
Warren and Coble.
Right, that's your skilled guys. But I tell you what, I think sets the mindset for them. We got it. Is lineman Drew Webster?
Yeah, he's special.
Yes.
You have an all-state wrestler.
Yep.
Big time. He's just about as strong a guy as you're going to find. And he's smart, good leader. You can.
He's a man on the line.
You can build around a player like that, and that's what they're doing. The first quarter is going to wind down here. We got 28 seconds. Looks like we'll get in one play before the end of the quarter. What we need is this sun to accelerate on its.
Yes.
Get down.
Yeah.
Another 20 minutes.
26-yard line. McCarty's under center.
Got him.
Yep.
Wide open. Hey, we got a big play. Go.
Get outside. Oh. Great. Good run.
You know what?
Higemeyer.
I love the play call. I wish we would see more of that.
Right. 31-0 Higemeyer. Great pass from McCarty. And Coach, that's what you and I talked about before the game. It was a deeper drop than he had time to throw that. McCarty has shown with time he's got arm strength and accuracy.
Yep. Yeah.
But that was closer to the kind of a quick hit pass that.
No, we went ahead and ran the play. I wasn't sure we would run that play. See if the quarter would end first.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the end of the quarter.
Yeah, well, we're moving.
So we're here 26-0. End of the first quarter. We got the ball here. Start the second quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 13. Just looking for the whole quarter here. We need to think about one thing. Let's win the quarter.
Right, that's right.
Win the quarter, and that takes right now. We need to get a first down, get beyond midfield,
right,
and just get something positive going here.
Right. Well, in our first two games, Greencastle was a really good squad. West Vigo. In both those games, to your point earlier about coming out a little slow, Crawfordsville won the second halves of both of those games.
Yeah.
And again, even against Western Boone, until we had some silly penalties, we were moving the ball a little bit in the second half on offense. We had one pretty good sustained drive that I thought might result in some points, but we kind of got penalized ourselves out of that.
I might mention here in 2 weeks we're back here. I believe we're North Montgomery in 2 weeks. I believe.
Right.
And that's a big night here. Going to be celebrating the '89 football team.
Right.
30 years ago, and we're going to try to get some interviews of players and coaches from that team. Hey, still going?
That's King Fields.
Wow.
Out close to the first down. They had him down a couple different times.
Yeah.
But we are completely blinded by the light here, Coach.
I thought the play was over.
Right.
Yeah, that's good though. What you're talking about, continuing fighting and playing, right, and just going all out, right, until the whistle blows.
Right. Well, and guys that know that they are playing to continue to work on their game, and every play is a chance to do something right and to put into practice what the coaches are teaching them, and
that's something. I got to open up the window here, Coach.
Yeah. Great. Hey, our line is firing off now. That is
first down. First down.
Yeah, first down, and we are on the 39 of the Warriors. Athenians are putting the drive together. Way to go. You said earlier we need to get some first down. There's a couple.
Yeah, the coaches want us to control the time of scrimmage, right, how much we hold the ball. But again, when you do that, it's just about first downs. It doesn't matter how you get them. It doesn't matter whether throwing the ball, rushing the ball, or getting them by penalty.
Right.
Who cares?
Right. That was a nice run by Noah Allen there off tackle, gain of about 4. 2nd and 6. We're still moving. The line's fired up. They're creating a little bit of space with their initial fire off there. That's great to see.
Get that sense getting a little bit. You know what? I think we actually have a cloud coming in over there.
We'll take that.
Yeah, I can see the numbers.
Right.
There we go. McCarty's passing here.
He's got time.
He's running. I like that option. Upfield.
Nice
First
run.
down.
Yeah, great.
See, I think Cale can do a lot more of that, too.
Right.
That's why I really like to get him to the outside quicker.
Yeah.
Just get him out there quicker. He doesn't have to have a 7-8 yard drop.
Right.
He can have a 4 or 5 yard drop.
Right.
And probably be more effective.
Right. And he's a big, strong runner. He gets his momentum and
he's a strong kid for us. I mean, he is.
Well, and
Danville holds on to a 26-0 lead, but Crawfordsville is
I would love to see us throw here. I don't think we will. But I would love to see us throw to Carson here like a corner.
Go for a deep one. Hand off to Allen, off guard, off tackle again. Oh, he stood up. Gain of 1, maybe. Scott's coming out. Higgemeyer's going in. 31 in. So we've got our skill positions. We've got Henderson at number 88 at tight end. Andrew Martin split left. Higgemeyer and Noah Allen are backs to the left. Looks like Fields. Oh, we're going deep. The ball's up. I like that. I like that play.
Thing here, just a little bit tough when you roll into your left. It's a harder play for the quarterback.
Yeah.
Get his feet turned, squared up,
right.
Especially when you have pressure coming on the backside.
You're right. That's it's interesting. We do that a lot. Cardi does have a strong arm, but again, that takes that takes too much time to rotate your. You got to point the shoulder. You got to rotate.
Yep.
All right, he's back under center. We're at 3rd and long. It's a big 3rd down for us here.
That's nothing. Oh, this side doesn't open, Coach. The other side does. You could go down there.
Oh, that's okay.
okay. 14 from 11, and we're going to govern
6.
All right, the Tigers have put another score on the board. They're up 14-6 on the Chargers. We're going for it, 4th and 11.
We got timeout? Timeout. That's it. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I actually liked our matchup up top. We had 2 receivers on the Danville sideline over there against 2 defenders. I'll take that matchup.
Right. Was that Fields? We couldn't see because of the sun.
Hey, it was Fields.
I thought
it was Fields.
Yeah.
The radio crew over there wanting to know who caught the first pass of this quarter. Kagan over there, one that we couldn't see. We thought the play was over. And so they were having a hard time, too.
All right, well, let's see how we respond after a timeout. This has been
Okay, they actually have 3 defenders over there now. I still like our matchup up there.
We got Martin on the left. So let's see if he's, again, if we're going to throw the left. Got one-on-one with Andrew Martin, who's a speedster with good hands. Carty's rolling to his right.
Throw it. Let somebody. Ooh. Okay.
Well, that was a good play.
Hey, look. Yeah. I mean, we had the.
Frankfurt's up 13-0 on the Mounties in the second quarter.
Wow. That is. Southmont's had some quarterback issues down there.
Yeah.
They're on their 3rd quarterback. Who was expected to start, Drew Glancy, is out forever.
Yeah.
As a back injury.
That's a shame. He's a great kid, good ball player.
And then Jones went down with a concussion from last week. So they moved their fullback to the quarterback position, Giles. So they're dealing with some issues. I mean, that's...
And that's our game next week, is South, at South?
I believe that's right.
Yeah. Again, Coach, I don't know if it's our job to we're commentators. I will just say I'm keying on. I'm trying to watch our defensive. I'm focusing on line of scrimmage, and I think there's a lot of holding going on that the Danville line's getting away with.
Well,
I'm not making excuses for our guys, and you.
I hear you.
You create your own.
Yes, exactly.
Own luck, but yeah. Oh, ball was down.
Ask for some help. In baseball, that's what we did.
Yeah.
Can we get some help from the other official?
I think Coach Slicker needs to invoke the 1 bounce counts rule right there. That's the.
Well, and part of that, if you are being held, then you need to go to the official and say, "Hey, I'm being held first." Right. And then the next thing you need to do is you need to make it obvious to the official that you are being held. Right. But yes, exactly. During the play, you're falling down, you're going down.
But that was a good Athenian defense there. We had great penetration, and he hurried up and threw that, and he was trying to throw it
outside containment. Where are we at?
All right. Well, we've got a major 3rd down here. They're going to be 3rd and 5. And the Athenians have to have a stop here. 6:46 to go in the second quarter.
I would be a little bit leery of a long pass here.
Yeah.
They're already up 26-0. They can go for it from here on 4th down if they want.
Right.
It's a perfect spot for a long pass.
Yeah. Well, they're sticking with their sophomore quarterback. They've got their senior split out left. He's a good athlete. And then the 31 is their deep threat.
Not running left side. Gone. Oh, we got a penalty. Way back here. It's probably a holding out here on one of the receivers. Mm-hmm. My guess he's blocking downfield.
Yeah, well, it looked Andrew Martin is usually in the thick of it.
Oh, no, that's against Crawfordsville personal foul.
Initial indication is a personal foul against Crawfordsville. Looks like they're going to take it on kickoff.
That would be interesting.
6 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in
That may just be frustration coming out. You still can't do it. Take that out and make a good play.
Right. No problem on that kick for Danville.
talking about here in 2 weeks, we're going to have the 89 team here. I've already talked to you, Mr. Gary Lynn, about he knows most of those guys and coaches, and have him try to get guys up here.
Wow.
And, just that team, in my opinion, and I've saw the 95-96 North Montgomery State Championship. I've seen just about all the really good teams since the early 70s. I just thought the 89 team, they didn't win state, and that was 3A. And, oh, my gosh. You talk about balance, physical football team. They could run it. They could throw it. Their defense was just – in fact, we played Western in the sectional that year. Western wanted the game called at halftime because of injuries during the game.
Wow.
So they just ended up going with the running clock for the second half of that game. But they were, and, they had great leadership there.
Yeah.
But so much of that started out with Coach Rick Chavatello. This was like his 11th or 12th year there at the high school, But he really got those guys going on weights.
Yeah, strength training, and they believed in themselves.
And those guys were dedicated to the weight room. And you get in that weight room, and you had and worked the way they did. By gosh, you felt like you could beat the world.
Right.
Right. And I'm not sure we've had that dedication, but it also takes leadership from the top to get that going. And talking to a lot of the coaches and so on, they're working on that.
Yeah,
they're working on that.
They're trying to create the culture top to bottom, and I have a fifth grader playing in the youth program, and Coach Slicker comes out to some of the youth workouts, and that's awesome to see. And another Coach Gell's out there a lot. Starting from our 20. Big linebacker number 55, Trey Morrell, 6'2", 227-pound sophomore.
I tell you, I coached our sophomore bunch when they were in the 7th grade, and we did pretty well.
Right.
Had a winning record that year, but we went over to Danville, and oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So Danville's sophomore class,
Pretty tough.
Yeah.
That was a blitz, and he was right there.
Well, we haven't been able to get too much up the middle. Any success we've had running has been off tackle. Now that was a little trap there.
Yeah. Good fake.
On a trap, you're trying to take advantage of the defensive line's aggressiveness.
Right.
And, the way they're coming across the line, you should be able to have some success doing that. But at the same time, then their linebackers are filling.
Right. Yeah.
You might be able to take advantage of the line.
With their, they're running a three-man front, so the numbers work out for them fairly well. All right, we've got to pin them back. We need a good kick here. 4:30 to go in the second quarter.
We really need to get a couple first downs, so then they wouldn't have a chance to score this half.
Right. You have one.
We need a muff here. He was blocked into him, so yeah. I didn't get the camera on that. Danville return guy called for a fair catch pretty late, but then our defender was blocked into him. So
it wasn't intentional.
We have a correction on the South Frankfurt score. South now up 19-0.
Okay, well that's complete.
That makes more sense.
That's completely different.
Well, I think we had a tweet that was wrong earlier, so it's not Mr. Duggar's fault there. Yeah, Frankfurt's much like we are as far as where we're at as program-wise.
Right, rebuilding.
Oh! Hey,
Great play by
that was very instinctive.
Yeah,
very
great.
instinctive.
I know. Like, are they doing the radio?
We're joined by Jason Minette, the quarterback of the Athenians Yellow 5th grade team, 4th and 5th grade team. Who do you guys play tomorrow, Jason?
Are you talking to someone?
Who do you play Northmont tomorrow morning?
Yeah, at high school. Come if you want to see the greatest football player ever played.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. Hey, you know what? Honestly, we need more of
That's
that.
swagger, yes.
We need more of that.
Yeah. Good luck tomorrow, Jason. Go to the concession stand.
You know, anybody know what the 8th grade did this week?
I do not.
You know, I've seen the 8th grade play a couple times, and it's a really intriguing team to me. They have some kids.
Right, they do.
They really do.
And the coaching staff worked hard to get numbers out. That was not a class that had a lot of players in the 7th grade.
In fact, they had to have some 6th graders
Yeah.
come up
Oh, yeah.
to fill out a team.
Right.
And they have a full team plus some extra guys this year.
Yeah, that's great to see. They've got some guys that are developing and
well, they beat Western Boone
right
in overtime, 6-0. Shut them out. Shut out Western Boone.
right.
Good job.
They were Danville at Danville.
Right.
And I didn't hear.
Whoa!
No flag. That was just a
High tackle.
high tackle, and that was well defended. That was
Yeah.
Horton's a good football player. He is he's in the mix.
You know, at this point in time, if a linebacker sees a hole, go through it,
Right.
fill it. Go, not just fill it. Just go ahead and go through it right now.
Right.
That will be a positive.
Right.
33-0 Danville. They're threatening again. Payne's in the shotgun. Swings to the right, swings to the left. Shooter flanking to the left. Payne rolls out to the
On
left.
left.
Looking for a man, looking in the end zone. Fires. Ball's caught. Touchdown, Warriors.
That was a tremendous pass. That was 25 yards and on a straight bullet between defenders.
Right, and the receiver went down to the turf
Right.
to catch the ball.
Right, and he had to throw that low. That's a pretty darn good football play for a sophomore. Great throw, great catch. That was number 12, Noah Wells. I did not catch the number of the receiver, but that was.
I didn't either. It was one of the shorter guys, so I'm thinking maybe it was Wooten, but I'm not positive.
You think it was Tance? My spotter says it was senior Tance Lawson.
Okay.
5'10", 160-pound senior wide receiver. So that would make
Well,
sense.
his brother played 2 years ago for him, Taryn Lawson. Taryn was a big dude. Hey, you know, you look at Danville's offense. I don't think it's great, but they have some like a dynamic scheme
Right.
to it. You know, they run different formations, same plays out of different formations, but it's passing, running,
Play action.
deep balls, short balls,
Right.
inside, outside.
I would be.
Tough to defend.
Yeah, I think a good high school football game would be Danville and Western Boone. That'd be interesting to see.
Catch it, catch it. Oh, boy. Danville has it.
Kickoff was recovered by Danville.
Western Boone 20.
Number 7, Matthew Craven.
Western Boone goes up 20-0 over Tri-West. which,
Well,
again, I'm
yeah.
with you. I think they're still a little aggravated by their loss to Western.
Yeah, they're definitely making a point. And so now it looks like it's down to probably Western Boone and Danville.
Danville, it is.
Yeah.
Danville takes over, recovers the onside kick. That's number 7. Matthew Brayback recovers the onside kick, and Danville.
I think Western Boone's more physical.
Yeah, I agree. All right, things need to.
Schubert gets on the edge on the left side.
Nice run by Schubert. The Athenians, they've got to get in front. They have to tackle.
Yep.
They can't go for where the runner is. They have to go to where he's going. And our guys are just making some fundamental mistakes.
You know, some of that may come with competition in practice.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not there in practice, so I don't know what speed that we're practicing at. But if you don't practice at game speed, it's hard to play at game speed when the game starts. Touchdown.
He's going to keep it himself. He's in the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Warriors. Haynes with the quarterback keeper. He scampers in from the 23.
I don't know about the.
Touchdown, Warriors. 46-0 Danville.
I don't know if it was intentional for them to kick an onside kickoff with a 40-point lead. That is not. That doesn't sit well with me.
I agree. I wouldn't do it unless they're thinking, when we play Western Boone, we may need to do this.
Wow.
And if you've never done it during a game until that point in time,
Right.
it's hard to execute it.
Right. Well, it's. I don't think it's very good sportsmanship. But the Athenians need to defend it. They have to be ready for that. And
well, we didn't have anybody that really wanted the ball.
No, they. It's a sophomore, Steve Herman.
Fields it at the 7. Across the 15 to the 20s. Warned right there by
He plays 38 yards in that last one.
Well, Danville will. I don't think they'll take their starters out yet. At least on defense, they won't. And they will still have their starters in there to start the second half. You do that. Make sure you get off to a good start in the second half and get going.
onside kick it there. I'm sure Coach Pierce and the basketball team will remember this when they face the Warriors on the hard field. When the starter's in the shotgun, hands the ball to Allen.
Good run by Allen. Off the tackle again. That play's been there for him all night, Coach.
Second down and 9.
Noah Allen, number 34. Senior, 5'10", 175-pound running back. Noah's he has stepped up and really looked good running the ball. I can remember watching him when he was about a fifth grader in youth football, thinking that is going to be a good football player, and that's borne out. He's a tough kid, good runner.
He does run hard.
Yet to see a Southland score yet. We'll effort that for you.
Oh, nice read.
Goes off the page.
That was an option read by McCarty. He read it well. The good pitch fake and picks up 3 yards. 3 tough yards. Coach, who was the running back for the Athenians in that?
Well, Kearns was the tailback.
Toby Kearns?
Yeah, Toby wasn't fast. I mean, not fast. In fact, if there was just one thing that you could have added to that team, it would have been a really fast tailback.
Scotty Motes was the quarterback.
Scott Motes was the quarterback. Jesse Martin, Andrew's dad, was one of the wide receivers. Johnson, the Wabash track coach's son,
Oh, yeah.
was another receiver.
Looks like we got close to first down.
I can't remember the other guy that was a really fast wide receiver. But Howard Cochran was the tight end. Mike Markland was fullback.
And the thing about one comment I was going to make: our running backs, our ball players when they were running the ball. The thing about Toby Kearns was he looked almost like a cartoon character. He ran so low to the ground with so much power.
Yeah.
Our running backs are running tough, but I would like to see a little more head of steam.
Yeah, but Toby was like 210-pound tailback.
Yeah.
In those days, you didn't see that.
Yeah.
And he would just carry guys.
Right. But the Western Boone running backs, they had 3 or 4 guys that were running the ball. They had they ran low to the ground, they drove their legs, but a lot of that is strength. And again, I think things that will come with our program. But it's 47-0 at the end of the second quarter. Let's see if the Athenians can go in and make some adjustments and come out and keep it respectable in the second half.
Yep. And this is where real coaching comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to take some time off here and be back with you in about probably 12, 13 minutes.
Frankfurt and Carmel. After narrowly defeating Lafayette Jeff 21-20 and tying Central Catholic 13-all in their first two games, the Athenians ran the table, outscoring their opponents 181-13 in their last 7 games. The Athenians were coached by Hall of Fame coach Glenn Connect, and his assistant coaches were Charlie Riker, Larry Motes, and Don Avery. Tonight we'd like to recognize several members of the 1969 class who are enjoying their 50th class reunion with us at the game. Members of the senior class of 1969 on the football team were Sam Bennett, Mike Bishop, Keith Bullock, Dave Cantrell, Charlie Coons, Brad Cowan, Gary Foster, Don Frederick, Jimmy Hendricks, Jerry Hocking, Harvey Keller, Pete Sparrow, Dan Steele, Larry Thompson, Greg Young, Bill Sheldon, John Roberts, Ron Norvell, Tom Mitchell, Don Maher, and Stoney McGoy. We would like to congratulate them on their outstanding 1968 football season and wish them a wonderful weekend full of good times and memories as they celebrate their 50th reunion. Few teams reached the level of excellence that the 1968 football team did. To those members of the football team, thank you for setting the bar high for our football program. Congratulations and enjoy the weekend.
That was Bryce Barton on the PA introducing the 1968 football team, 69 graduating class that went undefeated. They did have one tie with Central Catholic, 13-all. One interesting stat there, if you picked it up, was that over their last 7 games, it was an approximate scoring margin of 160-something to 13.
My goodness.
So it wasn't just the 89 football team, but there were a lot of good football teams. I played at South. My senior was 79, but the 2 previous years, 77 and 78 football years, Crawfordsville was really good. Guys like Mitch and Craig Harmon, Terry Keller, Rocky Leeson. These guys were really, really good. But, look back at that 68 football year team. The year before, they had Kelly Cochran in 67, who's arguably the best quarterback ever from Crawfordsville, that went on and played at University of Miami, Florida, and then on to the NFL and CFL.
Oh, my gosh.
In fact, one thing about that, Kelly then came back and coached, and he was the offensive coordinator of the 89 football team.
Wow. How great is that?
So, football's been here. It will come back.
Yeah, I think it's on the way.
We got some good things going on, too, with in the weight room now.
Right.
Coach Motes, he's back there during the school day. He took it was 3 years, I think, at the middle school as the AD and in charge of discipline.
Right, Dean of Students.
Dean of Students at the middle school, and really found that he loved being with the kids and in the weight room, and he's passionate about it. You could see he just, this summer when he knew that was going to happen, you could just see the weight lifted off his shoulders, and he was smiling a lot more. And hey, anyone that's in charge of the discipline of students, dean of students, those roles, those people are special people, and that they have to have such patience and understanding with kids from so many different backgrounds, and knowing how to handle those situations. It's tough. Right. But and the coaches have to do the same thing.
Right. Well, and a person like Brett Motes, he's going to be successful in whatever area he chooses to be in. As an administrator, he was great. There were nights that, just like you said, he had such a calming influence on. Middle school kids are unique. That's a unique age and emotional state and everything else. And he was just fantastic with those kids. But he can take those same strengths. And I think what excites him is bringing that not just to baseball and other programs. He is going. He's going to have an ability to affect every sports program with all those kids that come through specialized.
Well, and that's what he does in specialized PE.
Yeah.
Each individual student that takes his class, whatever sport they're in at that given time, he has a weight program designed specifically for that sport. And in some cases, like in football, you have the lineman who most of it's just about pure strength.
Right.
Versus maybe a skilled guy where you have to have different strengths.
Right.
And he designs their workout programs to that. And last winter he had designed a program for our baseball players, and we were doing it 2 times a week. Oh my gosh. And they weren't lifting any weights.
Right.
They weren't lifting any weights, but man, what a workout it was.
Right.
These guys were exhausted at the end of a workout.
Oh, that's great.
But, hey, we're getting ready to start the second half here.
Yeah. The team's going to get the ball.
Yep.
We'll see if Danville onside kicks it again. And if they do, I can't complain or
I don't
slight that. But we need to defend it.
Yes. One, we need to defend it, no matter what they do, no matter what the opposition does.
Right.
We got to play the game.
Right.
Period.
Right.
So our guys just need to go out and just give it all they've got on every play, and as Coach Slicker said, we get better. And you can only say that so long.
Right. Well, that's true.
You really can't.
But it's definitely a marathon, not a sprint, in building a program. And we're the 4th game into the Slicker era, and I think there's a lot of.
That was not good. They're going to get the ball here.
Wow, that was really disheartening.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there.
The deep back, I don't know if it was Scott or
that was Carson,
Fields, and he tried to catch it on the fly.
I saw that, but it's almost like, did he call it really early, and the guy in front of him just let the ball go over his head? Because it was really only like 2 yards behind the other guy.
Yeah, the up back. It was closer to the up back than it was to Scott.
Yeah. Okay, this looks like they have their JV unit out there, Danville. They do.
Now, with 1st and goal, that's pretty good field position.
Yep.
Number 18 in at quarterback, who is Wyatt Gentry, a 5'10", 140-pound freshman. And he's in for a touchdown.
Honestly, that was probably more from just the bad first play there on the kickoff.
Yeah.
The kids are just,
Yeah, they're reeling from that. That's
Yep. But again, you got to grow from that. You got to learn to be tougher than that. Well, we get to do it again. It's just like starting. You know what? If you can start the second half over, let's start the second half over right here.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even get a chance to say that I really hope the Athenians had a chance to keep them scoreless in the second half. Would be a building step for them.
Yeah. One thing, Danville has not kicked the ball deep for about 4 kickoffs now. So I think if we just make a simple adjustment, guys back deep, come up about 10 yards, that's going to help right there.
Right.
But again, the guy closest to the ball has got to go to the ball. You got to want the ball.
Right.
I think we have a new up guy over there. We do. I don't remember who was over there, but that's not who it was.
No, I think. I don't know who that was. Is that 8 Horton?
That looks like yes. That was not Jesse over there.
They put a senior there now. Number 20, Braden Walliser, an 11 junior, kicking.
See, looky there. Jesse went to. Okay, is this McHale? No. I don't know. Whoever it was ran really hard.
Yeah, tough run.
15.
Evan Cheney.
He ran really hard.
Yeah. Again, that was what we want to see. He got to a top speed very quickly, and he ran low to the ground.
He didn't run away from contact.
No, and he ran north.
Yes.
He didn't run east and west. All right, mentally, our guys just have to hold it together. They have to execute, and they just have to work on improving right here. Now, there's a great run. Noah Allen.
I didn't even notice if this is Danville starting. It does not look like. No, those uniforms are too clean.
Yeah, that's let's see, number 72, left tackle is Chris Nose. That's a sophomore. 36 at defensive back is a sophomore, Caleb McRoberts.
I tell you what, the nose tackle's a big boy.
Yeah,
56.
Wayne Adams. That's a 5'11", 300-pound junior.
Yeah, he's a big boy. And we tried to run up through. Even if the guy can't move, you got to move him.
Right. Just a little bit left or a little bit right. Kimball's in its 3-man front.
Out of bounds.
It was a nice ball. But again, Coach, something you pointed out earlier, I don't know if we've had any passes to the right side. Well, that was. Yeah, but that's to the short side of the field.
Right. It's almost like I don't know. We run our running plays to the right side of the field. We run most of our passing plays to the left side of the field. I don't know. Lots of times that depends on the strength of your line, too, and which way you want to run the ball. Good balance.
That was a great run. No Allen. We're across the field into the 45.
That's like north. I mentioned Drew Webster earlier. You know what? If I need a couple of yards, I'm running behind Drew Webster.
Right.
Period.
Well, and the other impressive player, North has I don't know if he plays center, but they have one particularly big player who was a.
That was not a good pass.
No.
Kale's better than that.
Well, there were two receivers that looked open, and the ball I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what he saw there.
Maybe he couldn't decide which one to throw to, because honestly, they were both open.
Right. Hernandez and Martin. No, Higgenmeyer. I think we've seen good things out of Noah Higgenmeyer tonight.
Yes.
He's a 5'11", 180-pound senior, running back and linebacker.
Sunsetting off to the west. Carter in the shotgun. Carson Scott goes in motion. Carter back at pass.
Oh, no. Interception.
Tipped off. Tipped off. Darren Sharp. Somebody's football went flying.
Yeah, Coach Riker is not happy with that.
We ran just a flood right there. A flood. We ran 3 receivers. all to the right side, probably about 5-10 yards apart, and to the short side of the field.
Yeah, but
You got to, in that situation, you got to throw the ball where the defense isn't. You may not complete the pass.
you can't force that. And again, that's a precision play. You have to hit the receiver when he's making his cut.
Yep.
You don't really have a lot of time to let that develop.
Still looking at the sideline.
Well,
running fast.
Down to 5.
all right, we need a big time defensive play here. And
35 on the sweep. To the right.
there's a swarm tackle. Forward progress gets him about 3. Well, there it's a generous spot. They're giving him 5 yards on that.
Tackle by number 50, Taylor Newton, number 8, Jesse Polk.
Second and 6 for Danville. Clock's down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Danville leads 54-0.
Now, we are playing with a running clock this half with a 35-point lead.
Right. Yeah, a lot of new numbers in there for Danville. But that was I don't know how many of their second string linemen. That was a nice hole.
It looks like it's all new guys out there for Danville.
Right.
You know, that's a new rule this year with the 35-point lead.
Yeah.
In the second half, the clock runs, with the exception of timeouts, touchdowns, and turnovers, I believe, and penalties.
Right.
First down.
Well, Danville's second string is certainly taking care of the ball. All right, defense needs to toughen up here. We need to stop. We need to get the ball back.
Yep.
Nice tackle, nice pursuit.
Saw a flag there. Whoever was on the outside did a nice job of containment there and turning it back in. Our inside pursuit needs to be a little bit better.
Offensive holding. Moving them back. All right, let's capitalize on that now. Get our flat pass. Oh, well
nice
defended.
tackle.
Nice job. That was 34. Noah Allen on the tackle. Allen. Great. That knocks him way back. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Quarterback keeper. Good defense. Clock's winding down. 36 seconds in the third. Third and about 13. The Athenians need to get some momentum here. Timeout by Danville.
So this is one of the we're talking about the run clock. I know that there are 2 or 3 states that the 35-point rule is here. Some states use it like earlier in the game. It's 28. Sometimes it's 42. Sometimes in their different variations, like in Indiana, if it's 35, the clock doesn't stop. Okay, even if it gets to be under 35. Well, in some states if it's 28, then they go back to regular time.
That's the
And
one
then
that
also a couple states.
see the one that
That's
That's the one that I ordered, but we didn't do it.
Second half, 8-0.
I'm happy about it.
Oh, we're waiting for. We've got a timeout here. Coach Slicker is talking to our defense with
Those are circumstances like baseball. Baseball, that's
with Coach Reynolds. Just from a team pride position and just to get some momentum going in the fourth quarter. It's very important to get a good stop here and try to get the ball back and try to put some points on the board. All right, we're in a 4-man front, 4-4. Another flat pass. Ball dropped where they're going to be 4th and long. At quarterback for the Warriors is number 18, Wyatt Gentry, 5'10", 140-pound freshman. End of the third quarter, we are joined by Mr. Brian Saunders.
Mr. Manette, how are you?
All right, how are you, sir?
Well, I was hoping to walk into a little different situation here. I had to go get ready to do a wedding tomorrow, so just now rolling in a little late, and I'm rolling in like last week for the Athenians into a rolling clock situation, which that's a good rule.
Right.
Glad that's in place.
Well,
I was hoping for a little better contest for our hometown Athenians, for sure.
if we, two scores in the second half. We've got a quarter here. Let's see if we can at least try to win the second half.
Yeah, get the ball in the end zone, right?
Yeah, we can.
Let's do that. Have we been close?
We were on a good drive. We were moving the ball pretty well that last time, and unfortunately had an interception. So we've moved the ball decently a couple times tonight.
They second half last week they did a nice job against Webo. Webo was obviously a top-notch program, returning defending state champs into a coming off a loss the week before, and just probably they were ready to go, and I thought we battled hard in the second half.
All right, good. Got the stop. We're going to get the ball on downs at about the 30 at our own 35.
Yep, held him there. So turnover on downs. That was 22. Matthew McGovern carrying the ball for Danville. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 161 pounds. So it brings the Athenian offense back out onto the field.
Right. So they need to dig deep here. Just try to execute, just play by play, get our blocks, hit our. Have the running backs hit the holes.
Hit them hard, and probably playing against some second-team players here, I'd guess, for Danville.
Right.
That's a positive. McCarty rolls out. Goes past, hits, I think, was that Gonzalez?
That was Gonzalez.
Or Hernandez. Alex Hernandez. Yep,
88.
my bad. Yep.
That was a nice ball.
Good ball. Thrown incomplete. Hit in the hands. Pretty decent coverage there by Danville. And, I think, obviously, we talked last week a little bit on the radio. Keys to that game is controlling it up front and figuring out who controls the line of scrimmage is going to win the football game.
Right.
So we got to figure out a way to control the line of scrimmage. And it looks like for a scoring update here, Tri-West Webo is up over Tri-West 20-13.
Oh well, Tri-West is coming back.
Yep. That's Noah Allen, isn't it?
Getting to the outside.
Outside. Looks like he's gone. He's at the 40.
Nice long run.
Steps out of bounds about the 33, maybe. Oh, they're going to mark him at 35.
Yep.
So Noah Allen really got around the corner and used his Speed, good to see him back and healthy. He went out the first play of the game last week against Western Boone.
Is that right?
Did not come back in, but I think started tonight. Did he start tonight? Yeah, I heard he was healthy.
He's run well all night. That was a nice burst of speed, especially late in the game.
Yeah. He got around the corner and just took off.
Right.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 35-yard lines. 35-yard line, that we are in Warrior territory here. So just like you called, Mr. Manette, let's get some points on the board. Got a nice drive going right now. Hand off to Noah Allen around the left side. He keeps those legs churning there to pick up some extra yardage. Good chunk.
Yeah, Manson Simmons was blocking downfield there. Noah made a good read and cut back inside and got about 8 yards on a first down run.
Let's see, Hernandez down there blocking downfield, so brings up a 2nd down and 4. Ball is on the 28-yard line.
Let's keep it going, guys.
Yeah, and the key here, right, is to avoid any turnovers at all. And Allen goes in motion, fakes it with the handoff up the middle to who had the ball? Is that Noah Hagemeyer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, just
Noah's a senior.
He's going to be 3rd in inches.
Yeah. Noah Hagemeyer, senior, 5'11", 180-pound running back and linebacker.
Yeah, Coach Willer and I were talking earlier. He has impressed me this year with his toughness and just a good football player. We were also talking about Moises Mora.
Yeah, Moises Mora came out for baseball last year and then stepped in and is playing some football.
Yeah, so it's great to see kids come in and do good things. Wow, there's a nice
quarterback keeper, wasn't it?
Quarterback keeper for 3 or 4 yards.
Picked up the first down. Yep, good charge. Hey, good push by the line.
Right, yeah. That was
Manson Simmons and
our center is
Corbin Smith.
Corbin Smith again.
Yep.
It was so hard in the first half with the sun. We couldn't see any numbers or call anybody. We've talked about the linemen generically, but a lot of good things out of Corbin Smith. Just a great kid, big heart. But we haven't had any miss snaps tonight.
That's great.
I don't want to jinx anything right now. We're on the move, but a really good-looking. Your line starts with your center, and he's been looking really good tonight.
Good exchanges there.
Lost the ball in the touchdown to Carson Scott.
Ball came out as he landed. It's incomplete.
Goodness gracious!
He probably caught that on the 2-yard line and backpedaled into the end zone, but could not come down with the ball. Nice ball by McCarty, though.
Right.
Here's the good thing about that: the only person who could get that was Carson Scott.
Right. Yeah.
So well designed, good pass. Nice job. And here's what I love. Our Athenians, it scores 54-0 with 7 minutes to go. The clock is running. We'll continue to run even on the incomplete pass with that rule. Mm-hmm. And the Athenians are still battling.
Right.
Which is great.
That's right. I come in earlier last week. It would have been really easy just to give up against Western Boone.
Look how hard Noah Allen is running. I mean, he came around the left side that time.
That's right.
Just a handoff, a sweet play on the left side, and picked up probably 6, maybe 7. It looks like 6 yards.
Right. He's Higgemeyer's going back in for Scott. Allen's running is impressive to me because he is getting to top speed on about his 2nd or 3rd step, and he's getting the handoff with a head of steam, and that's a sign of a good running back.
You're right. That is a difference maker. And, of course, we didn't get to see him against Western Boone last week. As I mentioned, he got hurt on the first play, but he's running hard tonight. Fake handoff to Noah McCarty, rolls out to his right. My guess is he's going to tuck it and run, and
he got it.
They were marking him down.
That's Manson Simmons, everybody. Can he even run the ball?
That was Mason McCarty. Mason McCarty, 7 on the quarterback keeper.
Kale McCarty.
Yeah.
Kale McCarty. Mason McCarty's a 6th grader. It would be really impressive if he were out there.
So McCarty down to about the 4-yard. They're marking him at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, again, and
so it's 1st down and 3 with a 5:30. 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. It continues to run.
Here goes Allen.
Allen on the left side. In for the touchdown.
That's right. Here we go.
I'm going to credit you, Kent Manette. You called that. Said, let's get it in the end zone.
All right.
So that drive probably started at the 35 or so in Athenian territory and marched it down the field and punched it in the end zone. And you know what? ran hard that time. Noah Allen was impressive. Cale McCarty was impressive. Our line was impressive.
Yeah, there's not a. Our guys aren't giving up. That's important. Again,
number 25, Lauren Hales, in to attempt the PAT. Oh, there's a flag. So she went ahead and kicked anyway, and it was low, but it looks like offsides against Danville, lined up in the neutral zone probably. Yep. Offsides. Crawfordsville's going to decline that. I'm going to kick from right there. So this is Lauren Hale, plays for the Lady Athenian soccer team, and then kicks for the football team on Friday nights. And she also kicks on Saturday mornings.
That's awesome.
I've seen her at the JV games as well.
Right, yeah. No, she's a good kicker.
Yeah, she's got a strong leg.
Right, Lauren is a junior.
Yep.
Oh, it was blocked.
Yep.
I say it's important. That's PAT is a special team. It's got to be blocked, and we're on the board with 6.
Yeah, 54-6. 4 minutes to go. The clock does stop on a change of possession, and so Danville will receive the kickoff here. But the Athenians get the kickoff. I'm guessing for the second time tonight, right?
That's right.
Okay. Any highlights with anybody that has any big completions, or catch me up on the...
We've had some... Coach Walliver and I were talking about just some of the I had a conversation with Coach Riker earlier this week, and they're working hard trying to find... they want to stick to an offensive philosophy, but they're trying, when you're coming up against a team, you kind of have to be able to modify and come up with things they think were going to work. We talked about some quicker hitting passes, some shorter routes, a little more precise routes, because if McCarty has time, he throws with accuracy, and he throws with he has a very strong arm. In the first half, we completed some passes that were
about 3 chances to tackle the number 22, and I believe I called his number earlier, that Matthew McGovern. He was playing running back also, but also returned that kick, and had about 3 opportunities to stop him and just got to wrap him and get him to the ground. But yeah, you were saying, so just mixing it up there.
Yeah, we mixed it up. But I think definitely one of the highlights tonight, we've had, especially off tackle, the Athenians had success tonight, and a lot of it was attributable to our holes between, particularly on the right side, holes between the guard and tackle on that side. That's Schrader and is that Simmons, or who's our guard on the right side? 70, is that Sam Mayberry? 77 or Cole Smith?
I heard Sam was injured and out this week.
78, if that's Cole Smith, he's a freshman, and he has potential to be he's just a great kid and tough football player. But I think a highlight for the Athenians and something they can build on. Allen really ran the ball well. It was just one of the keys that Coach Welver talked about early was taking care of the ball. Bad luck. We were starting to have some momentum and get the ball rolling, and we had Allen was running and got stripped.
Yeah.
So it results in a fumble and kills us.
A couple of turnovers that stopped drives. And you mentioned the interception. And
really unfortunate play to start the second half. Danville kicked off to us. They kicked it deep. Well, they didn't kick it deep. They kicked it right over the head of the second up back.
Yep.
And then Carson Scott scrambled and tried to catch it on the fly.
Yeah.
And it went right underneath him, and Danville got the ball at about the 10-yard line to start the second half.
Yeah. That was 35, Graham Smith, a freshman, 5'9", 151 pounds, that just took the handoff for the Danville Warriors. Tackled by a number of Athenians. Good pursuit on that, and still picked up 3 yards. I'm going to give him 3 yards. The boards. Yeah, there they go. 2nd and 7. Ball's on the 40-yard line. The Warriors are threatening to get into Athenian territory again.
There are trips left.
Shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. That's Gentry, the quarterback.
Oh, they got a hold.
Yep. He picked up a couple yards, but there's a flag. It is holding against Danville, so that's going to come back from the spot of foul, 10 yards. Danville's got some new guys, obviously, in there, and guys that aren't used to playing on Friday nights, probably. So
that's a freshman, Jalen Poole, 68 at line. That's a good-looking freshman lineman.
Yep.
5'11", 265. You can build a program out of guys like that.
Yes, sir. Athenian front line on defense, Tyson Hendon, number 60. He's a senior. David Manco, also a senior, number 62. David Manco's 6'2", 240 on that D-line in there. So those are the guys that got to get in that backfield and make some things happen. Number 11's a ball carrier for Danville.
That was
Brayton McMahon.
It was good defense by the Athenians. They strung them out and
back probably picked up 4 yards on that. I picked up a little bit more on that. But it's 3rd down and 9. And another scoring update at North Montgomery. Lebanon leads 21-14 over North. So sounds like a good contest going on between the Chargers and the Tigers. Sagamore play.
All right, we're under a minute with the running clock.
It's amazing how fast, what a difference that makes. That's a good rule, especially when you're in a rebuilding time. So handoff again for Danville, getting around the outside. It's number 4. It is C.J. Collins, and he's still going, driven out of bounds by, looks like number 8.
24, Jack Pendleton, and 8, Jesse Horton.
Yep. But not before number 4, C.J. Collins just took off, got around the outside, going around the right side, and picked up 1st down and more.
C.J. Collins is a junior, 5'10", 150-pound junior.
Hit some wheels.
Yeah, that was good speed.
Yep. So looks like they'll have to run one more play, it looks like.
It's running. I think they're going to run it down.
16 seconds on the game clock, 10 seconds on the play clock, so they're going to have to snap it or take a penalty. Looks like they'll snap it and probably take a knee. Yep. That's what they do.
Athenians, they showed some heart in the second half. They put a touchdown on the board. I think, but for the kick at the, I think they would have held them to one touchdown in the second half.
Without the turnovers or the muff kick.
The muff kick return.
Yep.
They're going to have to come off of this, take the positives, and build. We got Southmont at South next week. That's going to be a big game. That's a county rivalry,
county conference
game, and a game that our guys are just going to have to just work their hearts out this week and get ready to play next week and try to get the first win.
Hey, you can get up to play a county opponent.
That's right.
You can come back from this. So 54-6 loss for our Athenians to Danville Warriors. And find some things to build on. Coach Slicker will have those guys practicing, competing, and I love what he says. He was interviewed in the paper. He's focused on the right things, and this doesn't turn around overnight. So
I don't ever want to. It's tough to take a loss, but again, we're proud of our fans, proud of our band, proud of our cheer block, proud of our cheerleaders. We've got a great atmosphere here, and
in 2 weeks we're going to try to do a little longer since we got that 89 team. Okay, so I don't know what time we'll go on. We'll get that information. I know.
Okay.
Try to have interviews.
Yeah. So coming up in 2 weeks, North Montgomery game. It's homecoming. It's a reunion for the 1989 Crawfordsville football team that went to the Final Four. Had a 12-1 season, arguably one of the obviously best Crawfordsville high school football seasons ever, at least right now. And so those guys are coming back to be recognized and celebrated. And it's a North Montgomery game. It's here. So the webcast will be we'll extend that a little bit. We'll do some interviews and go on a little earlier. And so we're hoping that you'll tune in for that and be listening if you can't make it to the game and watching from afar. But it'll be good to see those guys from the class of '89 and or that year, that football team back.
Yep.
So, yep.
All right, well, signing off here. Thanks to Coach Welliver. Thanks to you, Brian. And I look forward to seeing everybody in 2 weeks.